Cool. So the group was able to pull the general and the swine folk out of Volpine into the fields and kind of with like a ebb and flow style of combat get further into the woods where they branch into two groups. Roque, Dregnar, Navari, Meeker, and some of the Verdant Cause went more to the, let's call it the northern section. And then the rest of the group fought more into the south, where surprisingly both groups, with the aid of the Guardians, did a very good job and not routed in the sense of destroyed the armies, but have now successfully pushed the two fronts back, and they're following the general's lead, retreating back across the fields, giving somewhat of a semblance of a victory and space. And that's basically where we're picking up is the two armies of Volpine are now kind of converging together at the edge of the woods, and the general with his 20 or so swine folk and double bear pigs, and the general is on top of the quadruple bear pig, which I saw long ago at Simon's homestead. And this thing, massive, oversized, bulging muscles. Its tusks are like elephant tusks in a sense, and it is a sight to behold and terrifying as this rather large swine folk is on top of it yelling commands and regathering or something along his troops. So what would you like to do as the two groups of Volpine defenders kind of converge together at the edge of the woods?
You got pogs for Meeker and all them? Nice.
Yeah. Oh, and Jimmy is on the ground but stable.
And me, I'm not on the map.
You are.
No, he's not.
You don't deserve to be on them.
He's still on the other side of camp making breakfast.
My blue circle matched the circles around me almost.
So also real quick, DM, since I did reveal my proposed name while you were away.
Oh, okay.
Since it's not a recording or whatever. So you remember how in the previous campaign we were talking about Menagerie as y'all's name?
Mm-hmm.
And how this is even more of a menagerie, frankly.
Yes.
So to reuse it, my wife, we were talking, and she said, I really like Menagerie because it makes me think of Glass Menagerie and da-da-da. And I was like, well, we're kind of more like a Crass Menagerie. And so that's it. That's the name, is the Crass Menagerie.
Okay. I mean, we'll see if it sticks. I like it. That's pretty dope. You just got to now start getting your name out there. I mean, you have a bard. Yeah. And you have a lead, you have a...
We got a bunch of attitude.
Yeah. Cool. Crass Menagerie. I like it. All right. But yeah, sucking us back into the game. I'm going. Yeah. So y'all have combat is still it's petering out. There's some swine folk straggling and some cause rushing forward, trying to get some last hits in. But you're at the edge of the woods, and then that opens up into that clearing that is 600, 1,000 feet until you hit Volpine proper.
Quick interjection. Are we recording?
We are.
Davis, be right back. So.
No, that's from way long ago.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. So we're all together now? So Meeker and them are all back?
Yes, basically the two sides have kind of come together, and you push the pigs back towards the direction of Volpine proper.
I guess we could say, Meeker, what do we do now? I'm pretty beat, but I think now is as good a time to strike as any, probably.
Meeker looks around, seeing, injured Verdant Cause members, seeing you specifically, blood across the brow and a little swollen in the face. He looks at Navari, and Navari kind of shakes her head in a no direction, saying, and Meeker reads it as, we should gather the injured. We should head to the woods. I mean, we could chase them, but it looks like they're licking their wounds too. We're stronger at the time. I don't feel we need to risk anything. I mean, our goal is what? Distraction and get people into the woods, right?
I mean, that was. I don't know if that's still the play. And then I'm going to kind of look at Grant and Gustav and just kind of give a shrug. Like, what do you think?
Seems to me if we have the opportunity to do damage, we might as well follow it up.
Any news from your scouts that went to the other farms? The runners that you sent out the other directions?
Navari pipes up and says, it looks like in the night they didn't attack the town, but they went around the town, and it seems like they attacked some of the more exposed ranches. And in fact, when we were guiding the people into the woods, we actually came into a detachment of them coming from the opposite end. So it looks like they were trying to surround us or scout us out as well. Looks like deeper in the woods is really the only safe place, and the dryads are helping with that. So we have safety in the woods, possibly, or we can. I don't think it's wise. I think we need to collect ourselves, and we know where they're at. They don't necessarily know where we're at.
Yeah, so she says that I'm gonna start walking back in because I need a rest. I'm beat.
Do you have a plan to do damage, Gustav? And do you have an idea?
Hit him.
I mean, we can continue making small-scale raids, whittle them down, or at least try to get them to do something stupid.
Meeker pipes up as they don't seem very bright, except for maybe that one, and he points to the big general pig. Now, who's about now 600 feet away. So
And it's all like open field.
yeah, it's
Well, other than
kinda
like we're on the
here.
edge of the forest, but beyond that.
Yeah, let me. I think I put it over here.
Oh,
So
neat.
kinda like
This is where you're gonna fight. I mean, this is just here.
this is just here in case you'll need a visual, but they're way far away. Like and Vulpine proper kind of is at the bottom, and then it's more this time over here. Let me move y'all. So where's my Vulpine map? There's my Vulpine map. Vulpine map. So yeah, you see them running towards Vulpine, kind of.
This is not the Vulpine map. This is.
Oh shit, wrong one. So what number? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, if folks need rest, I suppose there's no rush. I don't think their army's gonna disappear overnight or anything.
exactly.
But what do we? The question is, what do we spend the day doing? Do we move the camp deeper into the forest little by little? Do we want to start raiding for supplies or something? What do we do?
I mean,
today?
The dryads are already moving the camp into the woods deeper. The trees and giant animals and tree vines are helping.
Look, we've given the enemy a bloody nose for now. It'll take them a little while to sort their shit out. In that time, we can rest, recover, make sure everyone's settled somewhere.
I mean,
and
as far
then
as
plan our
we're
next move.
concerned, you give me a good 10 minutes, I'll have us ready to go. And I'll say that loud enough that Meeker and Navari and them can hear it.
So, well, 10 minutes is good, but man, we're not chasing them back into town, are we, Meeker? Meeker, first time we did it, it was more surprise. I don't think they would have ever expected, a dozen or so to go at them. We shook the hornet's nest in this case. So I'm kind of more concerned on maybe getting an idea of what's going on around if they did indeed.
I mean, you guys know this town far better than they do.
Yeah.
I mean, we can still get the drop on them, I would imagine.
Oh, sure. It's like any town. We got alleyways and inlets and stuff. That's fine. I just think seeing how these things have been approaching the battle, they just kind of go on instinct, I think. There's some semblance of order, but it seems like only a few of them. Navari, they seem dumb, right? Navari just kind of nods from what she's seen. There's a few of them that seem to be able to do magic, and there's a few of them that seem to be able to order the other ones around. Nothing.
I just don't want to sit here and let them regroup when we have an opportunity.
How about we rest? We get the injured into the woods. Let the dryads help. Let Navari use her contacts, and then we got plenty of daylight. We can go hit them again. Maybe we can draw them back in the woods. I think they're not going to come into the woods again, though.
Nico's typing.
Oh, really? Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. It was about the time he said he'd be here.
He's going to be like, I'm stuck at the office, guys.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully
Oh
not.
no!
Don't
If
do
you
that.
type that, it'll be so sad.
I'm blaming you if he does.
Yeah.
Baka.
I have GM powers outside of the world too.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Hmm?
Yeah. Cool. Nice.
He's home. 10 minutes.
He's home. Woohoo.
all right, cool. So I
Thank
literally have
God
10
I'm
minutes to rest.
Thank God I'm not the only person who drinks during.
Mm-hmm. So, but as you guys, so Meeker is going to start like helping kind of gather some of the injured. The Guardians are going to just kind of form, not like a solid line, but they're just going to like go on like kind of a perimeter. They just kind of bamf in and out, and you kind of see them on like the tree line where it meets the field. And that's what's happening as far as the Fave presence. You haven't seen any of the Dryads, but Navari said that they've been helping them get them further into the woods. And again, the scouts had reported that on this map, as we're looking at it, the upper portion that they had run into some of the swine folk coming from the top down to the bottom. So it looks like they managed to wrap around, and it did sound like there was some skirmishing and some battling on the more exposed or in immediate ranches.
Okay. So we take a short rest.
That's fine. Yeah, y'all can start heading. Y'all head with them into the woods, or does the group
Yeah.
want to scout somewhere or something? Okay.
I don't know. I would probably be heading deeper into the woods
The
with
woods. Okay.
the verdant cause people that are pulling back.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Uh,
So, yeah, the group ends up trekking. Navari leading the way. She knows seemingly exactly where the camp is going to be, and you guys take 15 minutes and approach to where the camp was, and then you can see that there's still some of the materials and the wagons that were taken, but some seem to have gone missing in a sense, or taken. And Navari just kind of continues marching past, and the woods do start getting a little bit more dense. Not extremely claustrophobic, but it does start to fill out in a sense, becoming harder and harder to navigate through. As you do eventually approach into the woods further, you do start to see more a natural presence. There's beasts of different types, not threatening or anything, but there's some elk, some porcupine. You even see a giant sloth just minding its own business. And then you do see like a dryad kind of step out, wave, and just kind of nod to Navari, and y'all just kind of continue following Navari, or Navari keeps leading a little bit deeper into the woods. And then you do eventually come into a portion where it's odd because the trees should be more dense here, but it almost seems like they've made room. They've stepped out of the way in a sense. There's like unnatural amounts of space comparatively. Either trees just don't grow in the spot, or somehow it's been the forest has been manipulated to make room for everybody. And y'all have a place to rest, and it's early afternoon at this point.
So if we're resting,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say. So is this so? Who all is here? So our group, obviously, I think Novari, Meeker, some of the Verdant Cause, like basically all the fighting forces. It seems.
Yeah, so most of the fighting forces, Meeker will, let's say, lead y'all and the Verdant Cause, and Grissa joins in, just kind of to have like a sit down and a discussion to plan what you're going to do. And Meeker does agree, in a sense, with Gustav that they're licking their wounds. It's a good time to strike, but we did need to get our wounded out. So do we need to wait all day?
Like
Possibly not.
I could say no. Just give me 10 minutes. I'll get everybody up and going. Gather everybody around.
So yeah, you have currently at your
Cough within
disposal-
60 feet.
That's weirdly specific.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So basically, yeah. So if everybody's here, I'll always be at this point. I'll be pretty deferential to Meeker. So if he looks like he's gonna try and like lead, or same thing with Navari. If either of them are gonna try and lead in something, if not, I'll take the opportunity to basically use respite and to allow us to get like hit dice back and heal up and basically get our short rest within 10 minutes and.
And Al knows the drill, so he's gonna sit down and play a slow, relaxing tune.
My man, I was actually gonna ask for that. Nice, dude.
So, Song of Rest. If you use a healing die, if you spend a healing die, you get an additional 1d6.
I'd volunteer to help Navari and Meeker because I don't really need a rest. So I'd be like, hey, I'll stick with them for a little longer and help with whatever needs helping.
Okay. So now that you guys are kind of settled in camp area, you do see, and this is not a new sight to you, Roque, as you had initially helped, but there are like branches reaching down, in a sense, almost like the trees are moving, and they're actually helping like grab carts that normally wouldn't fit and transferring over, finding a place for a cart to be. There are different variety of creatures. Again, going with the giant sloth, there are a few of the giant sloth that are actually like clearing areas and pushing things out of the way, in a sense, kind of making it as a natural campsite as possible, while still being protected. And there you do see, sitting amongst the group around the area, there's about 6 or 7 dryads, but you don't see any of the guardian presences. They're absent from the inner campus. And as you guys are resting, Meeker,
I gotta roll my heels.
oh yeah, roll your heals, and remember at the end of the rest you get up to 3 of your spent. So if you spend any of your hit die, you basically get all.
But you can use the ones you get back after
If you need it.
as well.
Yep.
Which is what I have to do because I have none left.
That's fine. So, and then roll your Song of Rest, Al, so everyone knows what they heal.
Oh yeah. I guess I should see that before I figure out how many dice I use. Oh boy.
1.
Wait, is there no plus on it?
No, it's just a single. It's a flat die.
Bah.
Cool.
Thanks.
Sorry, Divs. Don't die on me. Oh, you got 3 back.
Jimmy kind of comes to. His ribs are crushed, right? He got just beaten. He's gonna be on recovery mode. So, but he'll survive. Jimmy's over here recovering.
And you make
Boo,
that guy
Jimmy, boo.
No, I forgot to bring these ladies out. And these guys are not here. Yeah, moving tokens around like a pro. Whoa, dude, whoa.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Meeker will be speaking with Navari and try with y'all included in the group, and says, okay, so we've probably killed 40, maybe 50 of these things. These guys said that they saw at least 100 or so. We know that there's the one that seems to be leading them, and I don't like that giant pig that he's riding on. So what's the plan? What are you comfortable doing? And he's kind of just addressing y'all.
Well, we're not exactly an army, but I'd say there's enough of us that, assuming we can find this leader guy and corner him, we could probably take him out.
If there's any way we can draw like the rest of his troops away from him somehow, then that'd probably be the easiest
Or
way to
simply
isolate.
lure him into a vulnerable position
Yeah.
where we can ambush him.
Vulnerable position would be good, but I wonder if he doesn't seem as absent-minded, as clueless, as rage-filled as the rest of them.
I'll say, hey, Navari, you know what Simon looks like, right? Or did look
Yeah.
like. And then I'll look at Al and I'll say, you can make stuff look like stuff or make illusions of stuff, right? Could we maybe trick him into thinking Simon is encouraging him to go somewhere or do something? I don't know.
I mean, given the state of the rest of these pig people, how do we know that's not Simon himself?
Yeah, you know, just throwing it out there. Worth a shot, right? If maybe that'll confuse him then too. I don't know.
I don't really want confused. I want dead.
Meeker nods in agreement. Dead is better.
Usually, anyway.
Because I've never heard Simon, but there was that hooded guy.
Yeah.
That could be worth a shot. Unless, are you able to describe Simon enough for me to? Ooh.
I mean, so Navari is gonna be honest with you and say, I know what Simon looked like, kind of. I mean, I only interacted with him a few times.
I mean, somebody here would have to know what he looked like and could maybe do a good job.
Sure. We could ask around. At least maybe doesn't hurt. I'm okay with that. So maybe. But what do you want to do? Make
some sort of just trick him into thinking Simon is asking him to do something or encouraging him to kind of go alone in some way so that we can kind of get the drop on him. Or
okay. Yeah, so I guess y'all would need to, whoever wants to lead the search for someone that might be able to give a better description on Simon, give me an investigation check.
I'll guidance them. Whoever's trying to do this, I will pray for your success.
You guys need to.
I don't know. I'm not sure we have. Do we have an investigating person?
Roque, maybe.
I got a +3, so.
Would you like to help?
That'll work.
Yeah, I'll go. Like I said, I don't need to rest. You guys rest.
Okay.
That'll be my mission. So 17 + 3, 20.
20. Okay. Wow.
You can add on top. Does he need to add the guidance?
Yeah, do add the guidance since you got one from.
So add a
What's the
D4.
guidance? D4.
D4. Yeah.
3. 23.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Meeker will actually recall.
Meeker just knows.
Yeah. No. Meeker will be like, well.
Meeker becomes Simon.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Oh, I made it.
You made it. It's okay. We had a delay because of me too, so you're bueno. You haven't missed much.
You didn't miss anything.
So yes, Meeker will say, well, actually, when the tents were attacked, some of the people said that they were, I know some of the people that gave me reports, and they would most likely give you the best description. And with that, Roque and Meeker depart from the group. Meeker, within 10 minutes, you happen to stumble across a human lady. You actually recognize her from the time at the barracks where she was kind of giving the rendition of what they were saying, like, oh yeah, the people came, and then all of a sudden the smoke came out and they started coughing, and then they turned into these hideous monsters. So Lisa's there, and Meeker goes, Lisa, we need to borrow some of your time. They have a plan that might be able to help buy us more time or even end this. Can you come with me, please? Lisa kind of nods and says, oh, of course, Meeker, if I can help. And within, 15 minutes of setting out, Meeker and Roque return with a middle-aged human female, light blonde hair, a little bit rotund. And she's here to assist as best she can. Says, you were asking, what Meeker, what can I do to help? What do you need?
So what? So you knew Simon?
My
At the very least, you just knew what he looked like. That's all. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
But
I haven't
anything is
seen
helpful.
him. I haven't seen Simon in about half a year, maybe a little bit more.
Okay, that's pretty
But
good enough.
okay, I've seen him. Do you want me to point him out or something? He's not amongst you.
No, just
I haven't seen him in the camp.
so my friend here just needs to know what he looks like. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, he's a man, human. He about average height. Let me see how well she actually gives a description. But I'm also switching all over real quick because I have his image on here, I believe. Layer map? No, token. Boom. There you go. So that was who y'all saw
Oh, at the tent.
at the tent. Yeah, more or less. So she kind of goes through the description. Seemed a little tired, maybe a little bit shallow. His cheekbones kind of stuck out a bit. He had a pretty broad nose. Always, his facial hair would always change. I mean, sometimes it was a mustache, sometimes it was a full beard. He was like any farmer. Seemed to be in decent shape. Kept his hair usually pretty short.
So this whole
Didn't
time I'll be
have.
like, I also, is this enough to work with? I don't know. Maybe this is a stupid plan, but that's all I can think of.
I could come up with something. I think if we have him at a distance, we could draw him in, but I think it was too close.
I mean, he's pretty far away, and I'll just kind of point.
So that bit should be easy. But the other thing that's kind of getting to me, out of character,
Mm-hmm.
when we found the hoodie guy, he never said anything, right?
No.
Okay, then
What you would recall was some of y'all thought it was part of the show, if I recall right.
Oh, I
But
definitely.
Hooded figure came out, kind of similar to what this image is showing him wearing, and then he spoke to one individual and they let him pass, and then he spoke to another one and then they collapsed, and then he caused a fog cloud to emit from where he was standing, and then from that fog cloud it reached out further and further, and then eventually when it got into the vicinity of the pig farmers, they started coughing violently and then went through that transformation.
So back in character, I never met the guy. I have no idea what he sounds like, so I just I'd have to spitball and hope that.
But I've seen you make stuff appear before, just random things, just to show, to make it like you made a wall appear before when we were fighting.
Yeah. It's usually I can make objects pretty easily. I've never tried
Yeah, I
Any
mean,
kind
a
of-
person's just an object, right? I don't know.
I mean, they don't have to move.
Pretty close.
Alright.
They can try at least.
All right, Al. So going off her description, it's not the best, but go ahead and give me a, I guess, a charisma check.
Mhm.
You, so it'd be a spell casting check. So it'd be +4. So D20 +4, but you are jack of all trades, so +5.
My spell attack is +6 because no, it's a saving throw. Never mind.
Yeah, you're not. That's a check, not actually. So
+5.
yeah, +5. D20 +5.
I
See
attack.
how well she can show, like, as you're kind of forming the image, she'll say, no, a little bit, the nose is a little bit more flat. Okay, yeah, and his cheekbones are a little, yeah, okay. One of the things is, like, you're kind of limited in the space that this illusion can be created in. It's like a 5-foot cube, right? So she's like, well, he's not that short.
I'm trying. Okay.
Okay.
Work with me here.
But, I mean,
Everyone's a critic.
that's...
You make it better.
Yeah, if you're so smart, draw 'em.
She says that
These,
would-
remember,
that-
these. I don't think these guys are that smart, and it's pretty far away. They're not going to notice.
Yeah. But Al, as far as, like, when you manifest it, you don't know much outside of, like, what she gave you. So what clothing are you putting it in? Are you, like, any details of that? That's all up to you. She kind of just told you what his face looked like. She kind of went on his skin tone, that he's got, either a mustache or a beard. Like, she's seen him with all different types of hair. Keeps his hair short.
Mhm.
So
Okay. I definitely say, as like soft and generic of facial features, you
Mhm.
should mention cheekbones. He's going as average as he can, is like as far as it is.
yeah. No, I get you. So, like, again, it is a passable Simon, a shorter Simon, but Lisa does say that's pretty close, actually. Wow.
Wait a second, no, that's just a stick figure. Hey,
There's no
Wait,
depth to
it
this
doesn't
at
look
all.
like that at all.
Alexa, you draw better stick.
Yeah, I'll thank her
Mhm.
very much.
She'll say, anything else, Meeker? Or can I get back to my boys? Meeker says, thank you, Lisa. And says, she'll go over there. And Marv, as you say, whoa, not that type of voice. Meeker's got looks at you. It's like, she's got
My bad.
kids.
I'm gonna keep casting minor illusion every 6 seconds and keep making minor adjustments and critiquing myself like, no, that's shit. Why would he wear a potato sack? He's not.
Okay.
Would he wear this tunic? Is this no? He needs to be
From
dirty.
the old timey depression. He's got a potato sack. It's
That's
fine.
right. It's a literal barrel with straps on it.
Yeah.
This guy had money. Could he spend it? Did he buy clothes?
Well, that's fair. Yeah.
No,
Can you make it have tentacles like the ones at the house? Maybe that's what Simon's doing. Maybe he's like becoming a monster.
I mean, I can't move the tentacles, but I can give him tentacles.
Can I use my minor illusion to enhance his minor illusion? Like add to it?
Oh yes.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, I'll,
Minor
The
illusion.
old classic double.
He can now be
illusion
10 feet
trick.
tall. Fuck yes.
We've done it.
Actually,
Uh,
that's kind of dope. We should maybe try that.
I like it. Yes, y'all
Maybe
can.
not for the bottom half.
okay, yeah, I'll be like, hey, I can help with that. You do the bottom half, I'll do the top half.
Okay, well,
no, you do the
I'll do
left
the
side,
dangly
you'll do
bits.
the
You
right.
do the rest.
Yeah, I like it. I'll do sides. Then we can see really whose side's better. Haha.
I'm up.
Whoa.
Go. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Surprisingly, the two forms of magic kind of find a common ground, and working together over the next like 5-10 minutes, kind of y'all seemingly manage to mesh a more lifelike size and actually closer to a real appearance with some actual slight moving details. A Simon replica, if you will.
Rock, what are you doing? Your arm's too long, or is mine too short? Shit.
Oh,
What do we do?
oh yeah, I imagine us just bickering over this now.
I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Arms are like dynamically changing in length constantly, or just what the fuck?
Navari's just kind of sitting there and just watching, and just a natural smile just kind of crosses her face. And potential.
Yeah, you guys, once you guys are ready, let's give this show to the big guy and see if he see how he reacts. Or should we have him making a gesture or pose or something?
Make him
Make him what?
flex. Like show his muscle.
I mean, the goal is to draw him towards us, preferably
Yeah, so
alone.
flexing.
Yeah, okay.
What raising his arms just a little bit, just kind of not all the way, not like hey, but just kind of hey.
Or what if it looks like he's surrendering to us?
Hmm.
Wall flexing. I like
Wild.
it.
I like your style, yeah.
Every time you say the word flexing, I just naturally flex.
Just flexing and surrendering at the same time.
Did you say
Oh.
flexing?
I was gonna flex this half of the
Exactly.
Guys, I think we should go this way.
Yeah.
I want to make the illusion super swole.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Yeah,
the
only
upper-
half of it. Yeah.
Yeah, the sorry, I forgot to go to like.
Suddenly gets like really fixated on his dick bulge. And it's like, no, it's fine. It's big enough.
fine.
He's like, no, he's got to look like he's flexing with his dick.
When
the
you
only
mean
way to lure
flexing,
the
you mean
man
a boner, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I think the big man's gonna buy it.
Yep, totally.
So
This
yeah, you
plan
have
could not
a
go wrong.
yeah, you actually have a well endowed, very.
And then Lisa
skinny
pops over.
lad.
Now that's very accurate.
Oh, my.
I need 5. Sorry.
You're right.
Don't worry, we're just talking about dicks.
Fine. Classic D&D
Illusionary
shit.
dicks. Yeah.
That's what both D's and D&D stand for.
Yeah. Dicks and dicks.
Dixon also more dicks.
Dicks and more dicks.
So Meeker a scout will come by and kind of crouch down to Meeker, kind of whisper in his ear. Meeker nods and says, "Well, looks like our scouts are seeing some more movement coming on the far end of town over up towards the east. Looks like they did indeed cause some havoc in the immediate ranches. Looks like some people lost their lives. I think we're gonna have to maybe dispatch of this and then, I don't know, use your idea to try to draw out the big guy."
Yeah.
Hmm.
You guys
So-
ready?
And then the scout kind of goes back and whispers back into Meeker's ear, and Meeker kind of like bites on his lip a little bit, and like down his bottom lip pretty hard. Say, okay, well, then apparently they have captured people as well. Great. So they're not as mindlessly just kill everything as we thought.
Yeah,
Well, who did they capture? I thought
They
we'd
haven't-
gotten everyone.
they haven't done that before. That's new.
Meeker said, well, we got everyone out of Volpine proper, but from what our scout tells me, they went around and got to the immediate ranches, and it looks like there was altercations there, and maybe they captured some people.
We sent riders to all the ranches. Did the riders come back?
That's some of my scouts, but apparently some of the pigs have been here for a while, hiding out. Remember,
Yeah.
when we heard the squeals, possibly they already were setting up little detachments around.
We're just too late.
Yeah.
I don't know, does this
So-
change our tactic? I don't know.
I don't know if it changes anything.
Maybe it makes it an even better one because we can, decapitate the head of, maybe we can just make them scatter, make them confused. I don't know.
Well, listen. A few dozen of us have taken on 40 or 60 of these things already. Y'all have clearly been able to hold your own multiple ventures into their camps. So they're not the most disciplined and trained of fighters. They probably rely on just. I mean, they're pretty tough to break down. We've seen that. They shrug off some hits. So I don't know. There's got to be something, or someone's giving them ideas or leading them in some way other than. And you can just see Meeker's just trying to process it all in his head. And now he's got captives. Now he's got all this. Navari just kind of gets up and says, well, things aren't going to change with us sitting around.
Agreed.
We got daylight. We got the woods. Maybe we can get them to overextend or something. But I agree, maybe that general is something we need to take care of.
Illusion boys. Team Simon.
Team Simon.
Ready to rock?
Yes.
Do you know what you're doing? I don't even know what you're doing. So what are you doing? What are you gonna make him look like he's doing?
Surrendering seemed like the best bet, but like I'm gonna say this masterpiece is ready for the show. I think we can have a little thing going. Maybe Marb could have him have an arrow drawn to the illusion. And I could throw my voice, be like, "Don't shoot. I give, but my children will get you out." But maybe he's more serious than that. You know, he's not that old. Ah, shit. Too many questions still.
Sure, let's do it. Let's go.
So keep in mind, just please be familiar with the limitations of your spell. I know y'all are doubling it up, but you can only do so much. So just keep that in mind. I like this idea. I'm just letting y'all know it can only do so much.
No, it's going to work perfectly, and there'll be no problems, and everything will be fine.
It's basically a scarecrow. It's
Literally flawless plan.
It's totally a scarecrow.
Oh, by the way, David,
we're not basically holding up a cutout piece of paper with stick figure drawn. Bring like, I'm over here. My name's Simon.
Oh no, the handsome good guys have caught me.
Oh no, I'm stuck in this bush.
Flawless. Oh.
So real quick, in case I forgot to announce it, y'all did get to do your short rest, so I know y'all. So what is it? Roque, if you needed to use your arcane recovery, go for it.
I didn't short rest. I investigated.
Oh, you investigated. That's right. Gustav, I think you're really the only one that gets stuff back on a short rest. So security die, correction surge. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I think Mark was gone with the initial short rest.
Okay.
So you got 3 hit die back?
Yeah, you get at least 3 hit die back, so if you need to use any, just use them and heal up.
Yeah, so we'll make sure that when Nico says he's back off the call, that he's appropriately healed up and everything. So it's about, let's say, 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. As you get, the group has come to a consensus to attempt this Simon puppery.
So since they can't walk him out there,
yeah.
Well, their illusion can appear in front of somebody.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell, hey Dregnar, I know you're short, no offense.
Hey,
but put on like a cloak or something and like raise your hand up so that it makes you look taller while you're in the cloak, and then when you get out there we're gonna pull the cloak off, and that's when you guys do the illusion, like right where the cloak was. How's that sound?
Cloak was.
So basically just put it right on top of
Yeah.
where he is so that we can have something walking out. And I'm just gonna yell at him across the field, be like, "Hey, we got your boss. Your father's here. He's ready. We're ready to negotiate the terms of your surrender." And then we'll pull the cloak off, and it'll show him bound up or something,
Okay. This could work.
Also flexing, also big dick flexing.
Yep, all that. Absolutely.
He's a masterpiece. Look at him. And I'm gonna recast it.
Super so handsome. It's got to be the real guy.
Roque is nervous now.
All right, so Dregnar.
Oh, you're nervous now. Oh, okay.
Dregnar says, "Sure." Yeah, no, he just kind of puts his hands up like this.
Yeah, to kind of
like up in the air over his head, and he's just like, "So I'll just do this," and you put a
Oh,
Tarp
And then
over
you
me.
gotta stand real still once I pull the cloak off, so you don't like start peeking through. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. What do you
Still,
practice on that?
me, still, really.
Good point. All right.
Fine. As
I
long as I
believe
get to
you.
punch a pig later.
So that's the
yeah.
plan.
He's- Okay.
I'm gonna keep casting it on Dregnar.
I mean, you don't have to do it yet.
Practice makes
Take
perfect.
it off. We're gonna get this right.
So yeah, so I'd say we
So-
walk to the edge of the forest and towards
To the forest then. All right. Bloop. So maybe all over here. That's your point of reference. Let me zooming out. And then the group will be like here and here. You guys can arrange yourself in whatever order you feel pertinent. I'm just gonna kind of get some tokens set up.
Yeah, I'll lead him out, robed up, with like my glaive to his back.
As you're walking, Navari kind of tells the dryads to just, stay hidden in the trees and everything.
Stay in the trees.
All right. And I gotta scale these tokens up because these are way too small down here. Sorry.
What's the range on the illusion?
30
30
feet.
foot.
Oh,
I'm gonna stay pretty close
Yeah, stay,
behind
yeah, you can
and
even stand like
I'll-
right next to us if you want.
I'm gonna have a hand crossbow pointing at him as well.
Yeah. Well, okay. I was gonna say you may want. Well, you don't need your shield up. I don't think.
I think
I
I
guess-
guess cooler with
Yeah, exactly. The more aggressive, the better. I like it.
Okay, I'm taking out the big crossbow then.
Rock's gonna be
Lightning, bro.
constantly bopping with your staff.
Yeah, I don't know why I still have this thing. It's taking up so much space.
Okay. And I guess I need a token for the general, which I don't have, so I will use part of the original swine folk that we had.
Give him a cool hat so you know he's special.
That's
I will let y'all draw the hats.
Yes.
I believe in
something
y'all. What? Where's my thing? Oh, my library. Pogs. Humanoids? No, not humanoids. What did I put them under? Monsters. Double bear pig. That guy. Actually, yeah, there he is. All right. Come on. Please grab the token. There you go. So he's the unique general. All right. So I'm gonna have to retroact, as this develops, put things out. But down here, further beyond this field, is the actual city proper, about twice the distance down. This is roughly the center of the field. There's don't know. This group is not necessarily here. I'm just kind of having a group of tokens that I can move as needed. And I guess this guy needs to be bigger because he's the general too. So what are you guys rolling out? What's the I need to know kind of how are y'all even approaching?
So I'll be leading Dregnar in his cloak with his hands up or whatever, with the glaive at his back. The whole time.
Okay, so Dregnar is marching outwards.
Yep.
Facing outwards.
Gustav, do you want to flank them? It's just behind the one of each of us on either side of those two, or do you want to wait off on the side or something?
And they're pretty far away. I feel
Yeah,
like
so-
it would make sense for us to just hide in the woods to see if the ruse even draws him close. Period. Before we
Yeah.
get too caught out.
Okay,
Like
that's fine.
basically, I just think it's a good idea to hedge our bets in case it just does not work and we need to just run the fuck away.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very possible, unfortunately.
Nah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect plan.
Well, a wise person once says, plan is not to come up with a solution, but to come up with consensus. So
It and just because they don't fall for it doesn't mean they're gonna immediately come running after.
Oh, they're definitely gonna come in. They'll be like, "Hey, get those guys!"
okay. Actually, I want. Okay, yeah, no, y'all are good. Okay, so yeah, you're good. How far? Go ahead and move your tokens.
Well, I can't
there
move
each.
Dregnar's, but
Oh yeah,
It's-
each square is representative of 5 feet. This is a very large field.
I deleted my token.
Where'd you go?
Sorry,
Davis.
put me back. I was trying to delete the line and I accidentally selected myself.
Oh, I gotcha. Let me grab you from another page. Davis is officially dead. It's canon.
Wow.
Dang.
Well, guys,
Oh,
it was
it was a
fun.
good run.
Makes me sad to know that he's gone. There you go.
Was it though?
He's back.
Sad.
Oh,
but
really,
not
Angie?
Like, not
Really,
like
Angie?
that sad.
Ouch.
Ah,
I might miss. Oh, there it is. Got it.
Okay. So yeah, the Fae, so the Guardians and the
We'll go out to
Leaving
like
the
here.
tree
I'd say
line.
not too far. Like still pretty much like edge of the forest. No more than like
Okay.
50 feet or so away.
Mm-hmm.
I can't move Dregnar, but yeah.
Yeah, he'll kind of keep up with you. Sure. Nothing seems to be happening yet.
So as
Really?
loud
Are
as
you
I can
trying-
yell, I'll just yell at him and be like, "Hey, we've got your father here."
Okay. Give me a performance check to see how well your voice carries.
Okay. That'll be
nice.
Guidance.
That works.
The lawbringer.
sure. That was a 9 plus 7, 16 plus 1, 17.
17. Okay. You give a good full deep like yell. Doesn't seem to be much motion. That some of them do seem, it's kind of hard to see details. They certainly notice that some of y'all are emerging from the woods, and some of them are now starting to gather. But go ahead, try whatever you're doing.
Hey, Al, help me out here. Wait, oh no, wait, I can't do it. So yeah, you can make your voice like super loud. Why don't you yell at him? Just say, "Hey, we have your father here. We want to discuss the terms of your surrender."
If we cast something else, we kind of lose. No, we can.
There's
never
no
mind.
illusion yet. There shouldn't be any illusion yet, though.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Plus, we can
Right.
still have the concentration going. So
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
use that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use the thaumaturgy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. Do I get to change my voice at all? To get it loud. I'm gonna try to be a little bassier with it.
Nice.
Okay. Give me a performance check.
Ooh. What is my bonus?
Yours is
Your
plus 5.
5. Uh-huh.
Okay. Unnatural 20.
Father.
Right. As your voice echoes and carries that magically amplified sound, there seems to be some motions. Everyone's trained in perception. So give me perception checks as I kind of figure out what's going to be happening.
18.
Now,
17.
12.
okay. Dregnar. What did Dregnar roll?
He's in a cloak right now. I'm not sure if he'd even really be
Oh
able to
yeah,
see.
that's right. Yeah, he's covered. Dregnar sees black.
Yeah, he
darkness.
sees the inside of a cloak.
Only Al. Yeah, only Al. Everyone's kind of more focused on seeing like what's gonna happen. And Al, as you're like kind of scanning and out, you see there are well, you see two things really. You see some other individuals on their end of various heights and stature. It's kind of hard to tell at this distance, but they apparently also have some sort of hoods over their heads, and they're being kind of dragged out as well, kind of along with some being more like shoved and dragged. And then you also, Al, you're the only one that notices it. There seems to be mechanical structures, like not like complex, but like wagons or carts and stuff that have been like kind of moved over, and they're moving fairly slowly, and you don't really recognize what they are, but you more hear a you actually don't hear anything yet. It's not time. So you just see like a couple like larger cart like things from a distance. Kind of hard to point out what they are. Kind of get moved up and into position in a sense. They're kind of off the map down here.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Guys, they definitely have they have hostages, it looks like, and some kind of wagons. I don't know if it's materials. I don't know what's in those. Just
Is,
something to talk about.
is the big guy even looking this way? Come on.
Do I see him yet? Probably not.
The general.
Yeah, or the quadruple bear pig.
You definitely see the quadruple bear pig. He's like near the general, kind of strutting around doing pig things. The general, like, yeah, so you see, but what you see more along the line is the general's not really approaching. They like approach a little bit, and then a few of the squealers, the much smaller in stature, don't have tokens for the hostages, so worst DM ever, I know.
Completely ruined my
How
immersion.
could you not be prepared for this very
Literally
obvious
incapable
plan?
of imagining hostages.
I know, there you go.
What do
So these will
hostages
be-
even look like, Adam?
So there's some hostages.
Sorry.
You're good,
Hey,
Nico.
we're just
Nico,
doing
so
dumb shit.
yeah. You guys did get to benefit from a short rest, so if you needed to spend some hit dice to heal, feel free.
Because you'll get them all back. Because you also regen 3 hit dice.
Because he's using his Warlord Respite ability.
So if I use my 3, I get 3 back.
Yeah, you
And
can use
because of
all
his
3.
ability.
Whatever you have, you can use. You'll get them all back.
Oof, I need it. Perfect.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your hit points. It's D. What is Ranger?
8 or 10?
I don't remember.
Mine says D10 plus 1.
Yeah, D10 plus 1.
Because you're
yeah.
con. Yeah, so plus
Yeah.
3 total because you're using 3 hit dice.
Ooh, 9.
So you get
Yeah.
19
So
back.
go ahead and heal up.
Hey, looks like you're topped off.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you kind of see the general, and then he kind of like commanding like guttural squeal as should there be more than that, as 4 or so squealers are shoving some hostages in a sense, and they're being flanked by some of the berserker kind of brutes as they approach forward. I guess give me another round of perception checks to see if y'all can see what's happening.
5.
Poor Gustav.
He's not very interested.
Oh my
what can
god,
I say?
natural.
All right. So we got 27, 18, 14. What is Grant? 17 again. Man, Grant, consistent. So Al, yeah, you guys all see the movement. Al and Grant and Marb, you kind of see that they are definitely, they look like people that are bound, kind of being shoved forward. Marb, you see that the squealers definitely have like blades out. They're, getting ready to, possibly do something. You're smart enough. You've seen this shit before. And Marb, you're not so much taken in. Are starting to like kind of calm yourself, breathe, and you're starting to hear, and you hear the squealers, the squealing, kind of like a rhythmic squeal, just start coming out amongst the squealers from a distance. It's starting to carry. It's like unnaturally carrying in the air. They'll approach a little bit further.
Guys, I think if they get closer, it's going to be bad news for our big plant friends in the back.
Yeah, I don't like the sounds of this. We need to halt him or something.
So as you guys are discussing that, almost like with this, the squealing gets louder and louder and louder, almost to the point where it comes into a crescendo. I don't really have good music for that, unfortunately. But and they remove the hoods, like, of the people. The berserkers kind of shove them down. the squealers start like kind of like moving and like kind of circling around them. Y'all doing anything?
I'll definitely hold the weapon closer to kind of his side, like a little more obviously and menacingly.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get an idea of the distance real quick. 100?
Is that accurate? I don't know.
It's accurate-ish. Like they're,
Ish.
I would say it's more like honestly 120, 150 feet. I don't have the hugest board.
Right, yeah, 600 feet across would be insane.
For what I can judge, I'm gonna wait for him to get. So have they stopped moving? Yeah.
Yeah, they've like stopped moving. There's actually one other guy, and then like one of them will start kind of approaching off to the side.
Is that a hostage or a hostile?
And he's a hostile. I mean, he's just walking forward.
Nothing drawn.
I mean, he's doesn't look like he's got anything drawn right now.
Hmm.
And this squealing continues in a sense.
But they're staying still.
They're staying. They haven't approached forward now.
All right, I'll like. I'm gonna shove Dregnar back towards Alan Rock and then start walking towards this guy.
Okay. What you see? Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep the crossbow pointed at Dregnar, but a little higher, so I wouldn't actually hit his head.
That's fair.
Yeah, make sure you're like, oh, it passed right through the rope. It's weird.
That's fair. Actually, I should have done them. Did I grab the right one? Whatever. So not the best token to represent it, but it is Davis. What you see is one of those more like robed individuals. He's kind of carrying a cane with him, more along the lines of the ones that you saw, at the swine sculptors that were actually doing the rituals, not like the squealer type, but the other type that you've seen do magic.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get too far ahead. Maybe just like 20 feet or so ahead. But yeah, basically, as soon as he gets within like 30 or 20 feet of me, I'll just be like, "That's far enough."
Okay, and he just kind of huffs at you and says,
So, what? So, God dang it. So we'll give you back your father if you give us back all your hostages and leave.
in like a more of a high-pitched voice than you were kind of expecting, he'll say, "Father left."
Yeah, we found him, and then I'm gonna motion back and like actually yell out so Dregnar can hear, and I'll be like, "Take off the hood," and then signal for Dregnar to kind of drop the top part of the cloak, and for my teammates to do their thing.
Uh-oh. Pressure's on.
All right. So y'all have had time to set up for this. So yeah, the cloak drops. Dregnar is standing as still as he can, and then the visage of a full-sized Simon shows up.
Simon? Question mark?
Simon in air quotes.
Yeah.
I'll say, see, and I'll say to him. So basically, I'm gonna wait for a reaction to him, and then I might ask, and then if depending upon that, I may or may not have them like recover him.
As the visual of Simon, does his mouth gag? Does he open? Like, is he able to speak? Like, what are you?
I prefer the gag.
Yeah, gagged.
Gagged. So okay. And then I guess I need another detail which y'all didn't pull out, but I'm not going to be a dick to y'all. How does he look? Is he looking beat up? Is he looking?
I would think disheveled but treated fair.
Yeah.
We're not.
Stressed
evil.
but disheveled.
Okay.
Got thrown down once, but
I like missing an arm, dripping blood everywhere.
it would be his weak arm. The swole arm is fine.
Yep.
Okay.
One beefy arm, one his arm.
Father, you're
Brother, you're jacked, but just the one arm. Why?
Oh, man. It's really weird.
Balance your exercise, my man. Weird.
Davis, you definitely see it because you're like within close. The the mystic, let's call him, he kind of squints and is trying to focus his vision. Simon, and he says, "If that's father."
It is.
If that's father, yes, go on.
Stop stalling. Release the hostages and get out of here, and we'll let him go.
Father said to kill everyone.
Well, he's not saying that now, and I'm gonna say we're happy to just keep him and then fight you head on, but we're also willing to just.
Father left us.
Yes, and
Father...
we found him.
Father abandoned us.
He's sorry about that. We spoke to him.
He felt really bad.
He was wrong. He didn't know what he wanted. It was a weird time in his life.
You know, was longer.
He wants
didn't
this
have
to
money
end.
for
Trust me.
cigarettes, And then he
Yeah.
just got lost in the way.
Getting a persuasion check.
It's kind of.
Or I guess it's a deception.
It's kind of deception. I never
Yeah,
talked to him,
deception.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Roll for
deception.
both and like add them up.
Yeah, deception.
18. 13 plus 5.
Okay. Natural 12. Yeah, no, his insight's not high. But Father does not care. Father only wants us to do what told.
And he's going to tell you that he wants you all to leave if you just accept this proposal.
You can see like the pig is just kind of like thinking. He's not completely.
You know what? This has a time limit, and then I'm gonna signal and be like, put his hood back up. We're done.
Okay.
And then I'll tell him.
I'm gonna stand in front of him.
I'm gonna
Or
walk
down-
like real fucking slow back, like hoping he's
like. Okay.
I'm gonna raise the hood up real high, and then drop the illusion as I'm putting on top of him. Try and block as much of it visually as I
Yeah,
can.
good idea.
Get it. Pull out the crossbow again.
Once his hood's up,
Mhm.
to try and create a little bit of an intimidation factor, I'm just gonna, throw a few firebolts around his feet.
Okay.
By Dragnar's feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Sure, you
careful
won't
not
mind.
to hit him.
Cough, cough.
Okay, that's fine. It's it's easy enough for you to. As a couple, like as this conversation is going, and that I guess at this point during this time, the general would have kind of come up further, and now is like walking in front of the display of prisoners and all that, and he will then walk forward towards the mystic, and they have this like brief discussion, and it's only those two right now with the other ones, and you can see them discussing amongst themselves, and the general then kind of puts his hand up and towards the back and kind of motions for these guys to approach with the hostages.
So I guess at this point I may have turned around and noticed, but I'll be back on like the glaive to the back.
They're not chanting or anything right now, right?
No, the chanting is a little bit stopped from what you can tell, or at least muffled.
They're just murmuring.
The squealers never seem to really fully shut up,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And again, not an accurate depiction of actually how many things are on the field. I'm just kind of a general idea.
Yep.
So
they're still talking?
yeah, well, they were talking, and then the general put up his, and the general's much larger, right? And he's kind of waving for them to approach, and
Is he
then
looking
the
at us at
hostages.
all?
Yeah, he's never
Still
broke.
riding the double bear pig. Or
No, the double bear pig is like off of, and it's towers over everything.
Oh no.
So Like these berserkers are small in comparison to the double bear pig. The quadruple bear pig. The double bear pigs are small compared to the quadruple bear pig.
Ooh.
So
Thanks.
yeah.
So I guess I'll just yell out to him and say, "So, what? Reconsidering?"
The mystic will say, "Bring father closer. We bring filth to you."
So what's the range now? Like how far?
This is like now it's pretty much accurate.
Oh, okay.
Let's just say distance is accurate. Like y'all are probably not as close to the woods per se.
Right.
Maybe like, you know.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this pseudo hostage exchange. It's totally gonna work.
Okay.
I mean, he's still cloaked. Y'all don't have to worry about doing the illusion.
Yeah.
But be ready at a moment's notice. Cough, cough.
I have no idea what y'all are planning.
I don't really
Yeah.
know either.
I was gonna say I don't think we are planning anything.
We didn't
Like,
get this far.
What
Now
does
we're
that
winging
word?
it.
Marb is gonna fire one arrow, and it's gonna
Crit, and it's gonna be
kill the
amazing.
general. somehow.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
motion for Grant and Gustav to come forth, just to say, hey, we need to be able to secure these the release of our friends. So we need more people for the handoff.
The orc's ruse is actually working. Jesus.
All right. I guess I'll come up to and be in line with everyone.
Yeah, and I'm trying to move
Yeah.
Dregnar forward. I just can't actually move his bog.
Oh, see, that was supposed to be.
That's
Dregnar.
blood shoots out of his nose and across the field.
I take like a little bit of back, but like clear line.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be ready to be a distraction because as soon as
Oh,
the
no.
light comes up,
Come on.
all right, I'll fix it. Chill. I'll fix it.
That's fine. It's perfect.
Fixing implies there's something wrong with it, and it's perfect.
It's
It is
amazing.
perfect. You're right. There. Eh. I don't remember where Grant was, so go ahead and move yourself back. There you go. Okay, so yeah, they move up to a point and they're waiting for y'all to get closer or whatever.
I'll keep my eyes locked on the big guy while we're doing this, and then just we'll keep approaching. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
give
walk.
me a perception check
Okay.
on the big guy.
9.
Okay. He's not breaking his gaze on y'all. Anyone else doing anything while the exchange is starting?
No, I'm still basically waiting for shit to pop off. I think Gustav's pretty confident something's gonna go wrong here.
Yeah.
If I take a shot, will it immediately like go down?
You don't know.
Just hang out, wait, and see what.
Yeah.
See
I mean, I would say we
I
probably
would say
we,
it's
we have a signal where if like shit goes bad.
classic
The
Marb.
classic
Yeah, I know.
Marb move.
Yep.
Oh, wait, didn't we have a? We
I
came.
mean,
up
it is a power move, Marb. You got me there.
I have a quick spells don't recharge with a short
No, they don't.
What doesn't recharge?
Spells.
No, long rest. Long rest.
banana
You're not a warlock.
I know we're right in the
know of.
that I know of. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I know we're right in the middle of something intense, but I need a bathroom break.
Need what?
What?
I need a quick bathroom break.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's fine. Okay, so yeah, we'll take a quick 2-minute break then. Since
Okay.
Before all hell breaks loose.